Hi guys, welcome to the channel. I hope everyone has been keeping well and staying busy during this crazy lockdown. I hope you found lots of good ways to keep yourself entertained, but more importantly, I hope you're all staying safe. For everyone who already knows me, welcome back. Great to see you guys again. And for anyone who's new here, my name is Danielle. I run a plant-based business on Facebook called Botanique. We tend to specialize in tropicals and indoor plants, and what we do here on the channel is we talk about plants. We talk about where you can find those harder to come by ones. We talk about how to look after and care for your plants, and we also talk about how to propagate them, and that is what we are going to be doing today. So today we are propagating the lovely ZZ plant. So this guy is one of the all-time OG can't kill 'em plants. They're so low maintenance. They will put up with basically any light conditions, any soil conditions. They just don't like to be overwatered. They're great if you're neglectful and forget to water your plants. I'm lucky if I water mine once every couple of months. Honestly, they're fantastic. The reason that we are propagating it today though is even though they can handle most light conditions, what they don't like is being suddenly moved from a really dark place into a bright place, and that is what we did the other day, and we have managed to sunburn quite a few of those leaves. So I thought, why not? Time to propagate, and I'll show you guys how to do it. Now, there are three main methods for propagating the ZZ plant. The first is via division, and we're going to show you that in just a bit. But if you look down into the plant, you're probably not going to be able to see that really well. There's actually a couple of separate plants in there. So when you separate those plants, you'll be able to get off a little pop, just like this one that we prepared earlier. And that is the easiest, most surefire method for propagating the ZZ. The other two methods, one I have never done before, and that is a leaf cutting. So I'm just going to be popping a leaf into a little vase of water, seeing how we go with that. Some people have said that although it will shoot roots, it may never produce a plant, and I've had other people tell me the opposite, that they do grow on to be a plant, they're just very, very slow growing. So we're going to give that one a go as well. And then the third method is just by doing a traditional tip cutting. So we've actually done one of those as well for this, which is my little black Raven ZZ that was given to me by a friend. So that was given to me by the lovely Pia. She took a tip cutting of one of her plants, and I was able to root that successfully in sphagnum moss, and then we've since potted him up. Now, he's not going to be one that we will be offering for sale just because it does have a patent on it, so we're not allowed to commercially sell that plant. Somebody else has the ownership of the rights to that plant, so we can't do that one. But I just thought I'd show you anyway. He's a cute little guy. Didn't take very long at all to get going. So without further ado, we're going to start with method number one, which is division. So I'm just going to sit back a little bit here so I can get my tub of soil in front of me. Now, it's really, really simple. We're just going to start by removing the plant from the pot, which hopefully should be easy because it has not had a water in a long, long time. So I'm not expecting it to have any good roots or anything like that. Ooh, it's just completely fallen apart. So there you go. Now, don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this, but these guys have these little bulbous regions at the base of the plants. And basically, as long as you get a piece of that and a little bit of root, and separate, you're going to be able to get yourself a new plant. So I'm just going to have a look and see if there are any bits that I can break off successfully, and there are. So there we go. We've just snapped that one in half. You can see the little ball on there. We've got some roots. I'm going to pop him into a pot with just basically some standard potting mix. And that's the first way for propagating. So we're going to stick him back into this pot for now because I did neglect to bring the other pots into the room with me, which was not the smartest, but there you go. So we'll just stick him back in here for now, and I'm going to quickly press pause on this video, and I'm going to go and get some pots so I can show you how to do number 2, which is the tip cutting. Okay, so we're back. We have a pot. Ugh. I'm not the most organized person. This is why you get videos so sporadically from me. I have all the intentions in the world of doing these really cool videos for you, and it just doesn't happen. I gotta start being a list person. Once upon a time, I used to write lists for everything. My life ran smoothly. I ditched the list, and now we got this. So we're just gonna try and see if we can fit all the roots into this little pot. It's, just going to fit in. We'll quickly pot that one up, and we'll give him a water later. And that's pretty much all that you need to do for this guy. They are tough as old boots. As I said, the main thing that they don't like is being overwatered, which can be a problem for me because I have a bit of a trigger finger when it comes to watering my plants. I've killed many plants with love, just trying to water them a little bit too much. So this guy, I leave him in a corner. I leave him alone. I try not to think about him, and once every couple of months he gets a drink, and he's doing just fine for me. So I'm just going to pop him down over here while we go on to method number 2. Okay. Now, I don't normally like to cut these because I like the structure. I don't want to have random things going everywhere. But as I said, I've damaged the leaves anyway. They've got sunburnt, so the overall look of the plant, it's already diminished. So we're going to give it a cut. Now, for the tip cutting, I hope that you can see that. I'm just going to be taking about 4 leaves, cutting just below a node. And I don't normally recommend using scissors, but I cannot find my secateurs. And these are actually hairdressing scissors, so they're pretty sharp. The reason that we normally would recommend that you use secateurs rather than scissors is because if a plant has a bit more of a thicker stem and you try and use scissors, you're more likely to crush the plant than cut the plant. And when you start damaging all of those cells in the cambium layer especially, because that's where you're going to get your roots from, if they're crushed or damaged, then your plant's not going to root for you. Now, how I rooted my black ZZ was simply in a little cup like this with some damp sphagnum moss. You could use perlite, you could put it straight into potting mix, or you could pop it into water. All will work. You're just going to lay him down in there. He's going to go into the prop box, and in about a month I will expect to see some roots on that guy. Simple as. Now the third and final method, as I said, is one that I have not tried before, but I am keen to give it a go, seeing as we are here and we're snipping my poor baby. We're going to try and see if we can get a cutting rooted just from a single leaf. So back over here with the plant. Now, if I was just doing this just because I wanted to propagate the plant, I would take a piece of stem with it because I know that I'm going to get a successful result by doing that. But in the name of experimenting, we're going to not be taking any of the stem. We're literally just taking a leaf just to see if it does work. So we're going to come up here, not taking any of the stem. Can you guys see? Just trying to get as close into the base as possible, and that's where we're going to cut. I really don't even know if this will work doing it this way, whether people normally do take a piece of stem with it, but we're going to give it a go. Now, all I'm going to be doing is popping him into a little vase like this. I picked this guy up from IKEA, 99 cents. They are the best propagation units, vessels, whatever that you can come across, and they're $1 each. I have these all over my house. The next time I'm going to Sydney, I'm definitely getting some more. I cannot have enough of these. Things just seem to root really, really well in them. We're just going to top him up with water, and that's it. Now, we can check back in on these guys in about a month's time and see which ones have rooted the best, which ones have not rooted so well, which ones have completely failed, if any failed. If you are interested to know, check back in on the Facebook page because I may or may not make a video. I might just put a photo up and just keep you guys updated on the progress there. We do have something else that we have been doing to keep ourselves busy during this quarantine, and I am very, very excited about this one. But just before I announce that, we're going to preface with a little bit of plant mail. Yay! So, I have ordered a couple of things recently, nothing too crazy, but let's just see what we've got, and then we're going to tell you what we're going to do with it. Now, this person has packaged this quite well, so just bear with me a moment while I try and get into this box here. Oh, goodness. It is taped down even better than I tape my plants down, and I tend to be quite excessive on the tape. So, trying to find an opening here, bear with me. I've got 2 different packages from 2 different sellers. Now, this seller I have not bought from before. I did buy this plant last year, and it was a stunning, stunning specimen of plant. This is from a different seller, and from the pictures that I saw, it's not quite as good as the last one that I bought, but let's see what we've got. May not even be able to tell, because last time when I bought one of these, it wasn't that obvious straight away how gorgeous it was going to eventually be. So we've got these wrapped in a bag here, not taped down, so that might give you a clue that it doesn't have any leaves that could be damaged. I'm not going to be able to open that, so I'm just going to tear into it. Okay. Now, these are looking a bit juicy, so I'm hoping that they're going to be okay. For the most part, they seem like they're all right. Can you tell what I have here? Probably not. It is the gorgeous Stuttgart Canna Lily. Now, I'm going to see if I can include a photo in the video. If I can't include it during the middle of the video, I'll put one at the end. It is a stunning plant. And I actually can see, because this one has started, that we are going to have some fairly decent variegation on these. So that is the first thing that I've purchased. I purchased about a half a dozen of these. They are going to be available for sale. They will be available for sale this weekend, if not today on Sunday. So as I'm making this video, it is Friday. I do not work on Saturday. Saturday is my day of rest, which I definitely need every week. So if I haven't managed to get them where I need them to be by the end of today, I will be uploading them on Sunday. I don't know if that's given a bit of a clue. Now, next thing that I have ordered, it's very pretty. It is taped down. I am going to need secateurs or something to get it in, because it's actually zip-locked into the base of the box. So this is the absolutely beautiful velvety Syngonium Wentii. Such a beautiful, beautiful plant. This will also be available for sale. Part of it will be anyway. So bear with me one second. I'm going to see if I can get into the box, and then I'm going to come back with a little piece of news. I am back, and whilst I was trying to go and find a knife to cut through the zip ties, I realized I called this a Wentii. It's actually not a Wentii, it's a Wendlandii. I do have a Wentii available for sale. It is an Alocasia Wentii, so it's a different species, and just wanted to clarify that this is actually a Wendlandii. When I did get this guy out of the box, I'm a little bit disappointed to see. I don't know if you guys can tell. Let's have a look. You might not be able to pick that up, but there's some damage on the leaves, and on closer inspection, where's the camera there? This guy has spider mites. So unfortunately, until I can get this guy treated, I don't know if that's picking up at all, but it's a pretty nasty case of spider mites. until I can get this guy treated, this guy is not going to be available for sale. Unfortunately, I just don't feel right about selling plants that are infected. I know it happens. Sometimes you can send plants that look like they're in perfect health, and it's just during the transit process, they might have just had a few little spider mites or whatever bug it might be, and by the time they get to the other end, they have actually taken over the plant. I know that this seller has a really great reputation, so I don't blame her at all for that. But now that I know that it does have spider mites, I need to treat it before I can pass it on to you guys, because I would hate to send you guys spider mites and potentially risk infecting your own personal collections. So I will do that this coming week, hopefully in about a week to 2 weeks time. This one will also be up on the website. Spilt the beans, so there you go. Yeah, this one will be up on the website. So that was my piece of news, that during quarantine, even though it has taken me 6 months to do it, I managed to find the time to finally do our website. Yay! It's been a long time coming, but there you go. That's what boredom will do for you. I finally sat down. I think I've worked out all the kinks. So what I need to do now is basically just upload the plants for you. The website, we were not able to get botanique.com. That website was already taken. They held it hostage and wanted me to pay $10,000 for that domain name. It wasn't going to happen. So what we eventually decided was leafitwithme.com. So if you go to leafitwithme.com right now, it will still say under construction, but hopefully either this evening or, as I said, on Sunday. Just depends on how many hours I've got left in the day, whether I can get those plants up for you. The website will be up and running. There will be no more dramas with payments and people purchasing things and then ghosting and disappearing and all of those dramas. There'll be no eBay fees. Yay! So that was my other exciting piece of news, is that we finally got the website done. There's not going to be a whole lot on there this weekend. The main priority for me was just to get it done, because I've been saying, as I said, for 6 months or more that the website's coming, the website's coming. It is finally done. It's just going to be fairly basic, and there's probably only going to be half a dozen to a dozen plants going up this weekend, unless I get really busy and start taking lots of pictures for you guys. I'll try and get as many up as I can. The only drawback to having the website rather than having you guys purchase through me direct through the Botanique Facebook page is combined postage. Unfortunately, once you've actually gone through to the checkout, I have not worked out a way that you can add to your order. So it would go through as a second purchase and it would have a second amount of postage. So what I'm thinking is probably the best idea is that if you have made a purchase and then you see me post something that's going to go onto the website, I think that's probably the best option, is that I say, you know, these will be going onto the website at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock on a particular day. Message me, ask me if you can include it into your order, and then we can just do the payment separate for that one. I think that's probably going to be the easiest option. So there you go, guys, another little video for you. As I said, I hope you're all doing really well. I'm really missing seeing everyone's faces. We are back up and running for postal plant purchases as of Monday. As far as local pickup goes, when the restrictions are lifted, guys. So if you are not requiring post and would normally like to pick up locally from me, please message me. We can make arrangements. I'm happy to hold plants until you're allowed and able to come and pick them up once they've actually been paid for. But yeah, postage should be a-okay from Monday, because the numbers have dropped in our region to a point where we feel fairly confident going out and about just to do our essential stuff. And for me, because this is my business, going to the post office is part of my essential travel and my essential business. So yeah, kicking things back off again as of Monday. And that's it for today, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this video. It was a little bit all over the place. My videos usually are. Hope you enjoy them anyway. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye, guys.